Greetings, programs. This is Wretch, and welcome back to Shadowrun Hong Kong. We have our new decrepit friend Gaichu joining the crew, and now we're heading back home. The MTR rockets noiselessly toward Heoi along the edge of the Kowloon Bay. The black water glitters in the night with the light of 1,000 reflected storefronts. Gaichu stares sightlessly out the window, one hand pressed to the glass. The plot by the elders is exposed, and Porter Lamb is in your debt. You have a new ally, and the respect of the Wampoans. Sometimes everything goes right on a job. You count yourself lucky that this is one of those times. Oh, I don't know. Auntie Chang may have something to say about that. Let's hope that we completed the job up to her specifications. And hopefully get some good karma and some new yen out of it. So we're loading up Heoi here. There we go. Karma gained 8. Not bad. Claim payments for your runs at the mission computer. Alrighty. But first, let's go ahead and spend this karma that we have. We have 10 karma to spend. What to do? Body of 5. Cyberware affinity, we are just going to leave as is because I'm liking what we're rocking out with the normal key casting. Quick strike. No, body is 5. Quickness. Let's get our quickness up. Well, maybe. Quickness 5. Strength. Oh, wait, we need our close combat. Close combat at 5. And what does that get us? Gains a defense bonus to all non-magical ranged attacks made at close range. Outstanding. Maybe our willpower? Yeah, let's get our willpower up. And that gives us 1 available. We'll confirm. We'll eventually get all of that up. It's just a matter of time. Now we can go ahead and level up Gaichu as well, I believe. I think the only one who we can level up is... There we go. So from what I recall, we have the ability to become a brawler or a melee fighter. And since I'm already the brawler on this team, gains a claw ability, rip. Gaichu gains a defense ability that adds +2 armor and +1 dodge. Yeah, Red Samurai. I think Gaichu's going to be the tank for the crew. Alright. Let's exit out, get some rest. Who are you? Steven Dynamite. A disheveled man in filthy rags teeters on the sidewalk, wobbling on unsteady legs. His bloodshot eyes dart about desperately, and the acrid sweet odor that wafts off of him buzzes unpleasantly in your nostrils. You okay, man? You have to help me, man! His teeth grind as his grip tightens. His hands feel like a vice. I need your help! Let's break his grip. The man is thrown to his knees on the pavement. His mouth forms a comical O. He looks up at you, and a crooked smile cracks his ruined face. He makes an unsteady bow in your general direction. I could use someone like you. I'd make it worth your while. He peers up at you, eyes wide with expectation. Worth my while, huh? I'm listening. The man gets back on his feet with some difficulty and leans into you to speak. Glancing closer, you can see that his tattered clothing bears designer logos. Oh, he was a man of prominence. He mutters in low, urgent tones. I want you to take a message from me to Handsome Lee. Never heard of him. Now who are you and why are you touching me? I'm Steven. Steven Dynamite. He nods eagerly, desperation in his eyes. A sluggish tongue wipes itself over the cracked skin of his lips. Look, you gotta help me. I've been poisoned. That crap that Lee sold me put bad things in my head. Whenever I close my eyes, I see dark, narrow tunnels, so many hands grabbing, razor-sharp teeth gnawing, and the children. Bad things in your head? Are you talking about hallucinations? The junkie stares into space. A faint trickle of saliva makes its way down his chin. No, not exactly. More like nightmares. They feel very real. Teeth biting. Faces I knew. His trembling voice trails off. You know, the whole nightmare thing has been going around. It just isn't you. The same thing. Teeth, hallway. No, it isn't that. I'm telling you, I was poisoned. I know it. You'll help me, won't you? All right. I'll do what I can. Then tell Lee what he's done to me, that I need relief. Tell him what I want. His sentence trails off. What do you want? I want my money back. His reedy voice wavers, but he stops and says no more. Poisoned, nightmares, money back. Got it. Anything else? Just please come back, and please hurry. I'm ready. So, Steven, who are we going after again? Optional. There's the dealer. Wait a minute, he's in Club 88, I believe. Isn't he? No, that's Callum Kafai. X-Flow. Oh, we got some new NPCs running around here. We gotta do some exploring. Alright, let's talk to Henry first. The Troll Patriarch of Club 88 gently polishes a collection of old wooden belaying pins. These are but a few of the nautical touches that struggle vainly to assert their theme against the club's otherwise classy neo-punk decor. Back again. Just not another ship passing in the night, eh? I'm just a landlubber. Reckon you're not? You reckon rightly, though I haven't been on the water in far too long. Sounds like you miss it. Do I strike you as the king of island nightlife? Or do I not strike you as the king of island nightlife? You look more like you want to bash the house speakers with those pins. Now there's an idea. So, how can I help you? What was it like out on the high seas? Better when I was younger. Things were simpler then, if not terribly profitable. Got my start on fishing trawlers, just barely scraping by. Good folk, though. Over the years, I made a name for myself, as one does. Got more regular work on better crews. Eventually earned a spot on a tugboat. Spent the bulk of my years crewing ocean-going tugs for Wujing. The big ships, the tankers, the bulkers, the container ships, the seabed miners, all are run by technical crews and computers now. On the smaller merchant boats, there's still a little seafaring left, but not much. But on the tugs, the supply boats, the salvage craft, that's where there's still a place for old-time sailors. It matters if you can wrap a cable on a winch in 30-foot seas, jury-rig a diesel engine, and keep a boat on course with just the wheel and the binnacle after the bridge windows all blow out. It was a hard life, but good. Why the change of vocation? Why does a man give up drinking, or sell his trike, or throw out his porn collection? For a woman, of course, and I had me one hell of a woman. Still do. This place was her dream, a business, a home. For us together. Hard to deny the worth in that, no matter how much I miss what I once had. No, sir, no regrets. No regrets at all. I doubt that. But I'll go ahead and leave you be. Let's talk to X-Flow here. A wiry elven woman leans over the bar, propped up on one elbow. She glances back at you over her shoulders as you approach, lifting a half-empty glass to her lips. The selection here is total crap, but it's cheap. I hope you're not looking for quality, or you're going to be really disappointed. Well, as long as I don't go blind, I don't care. Hell no, that's not true. Damn, I was hoping for some classic cocktails. The woman snorts and dips her pinky into her drink to fish out a stray gnat. And if you ask real nice, I think you've got some tonic water in the fridge. Aside from that, you're as likely to get drain cleaner as you are a splash of biters. Even a simple Manhattan's probably beyond the means of this joint. Call me X-Flow, by the way. X-Flow regards you calmly, her eyes calculating. After a few seconds, she nods. Maybe we can help each other. Nice to meet you. I'm Sean. I've got good eyes for people in the business, and believe me, you smell like Shadowrunners and Nuyen. Plus, everybody here's been talking about Kindly's new hired help. I'm out here for work. You need backup? I'm available. What's your specialty? I'm what the eggheads call a mystic adept, kind of a physical adept magician. I throw spells, and I can kill with a touch. I'm rarer than unicorns, my friend. X-Flow lifts her glass, draining the last of it. Cheers. Where are you from, anyway? All over, really. Born and raised in Sydney, but ever since I was 15, I've been traveling anywhere there's work. Not a whole lot of opportunities for a street kid whose only skills relate to beating people up. I lived in Paris, London, Vladivostok, Caracas. Hell, I even spent a year in Johannesburg, but Azania is full of pricks. Your Cantonese is pretty good. I don't hear an accent. Good, I don't have to do an Australian accent. X-Flow taps the base of her neck with 2 fingers. That's because it's chipped. My only concession to cyberware. When you move around as much as I do, linguisofts pay for themselves pretty quickly. They're not perfect, but they get the job done. Well, how'd you get into this life? I grew up on the streets, running with gangs. Turns out if you get in enough street fights and have magical potential, things just naturally express themselves. Once that happened, I realized I could charge a lot more than the protection rackets I'd been running. Besides, not like I know how to do anything else. I've never been to school. I'm sinless. What else am I gonna do? Panhandle for change? Shake down stuffer shacks for beer money? No thanks, mate. I'd rather live life fast, hit hard, and burn out. Got any good runner stories? Running a hand through her hair, X-Flow leans back as she thinks. Yeah, I got a couple. There was this one time I signed on with some mercs in Eastern Europe. They had a job near Krasnodarsky Krai, lifting some military software. The plan was pretty simple. We'd halo jump from a drone on the Russian side of the border, hike in toward the research facility, and blast our way in. Yazkaz's forces were supposed to be Matrix hotshots, but crap in ground combat. Simple, right? The elf shakes her head, eyes rolling. No plan ever survives first contact with the enemy, though. Turns out the army had contracted out base security to Winter Systems. We started getting cut apart before we'd even breached the first cordon. Did you have to bug out? This reminds me of the thing that happened with Iger. The mercs were in pretty dire straits financially. It was a do-or-die situation for them, literally. They owned too many debts, and if they couldn't deliver, they'd have been killed. So we pushed in. We were down to 5 of us by the time we got into the main facility. One of the mercs, Vaclav, was a rigger. We were hunkered down in a vehicle bay while the decker did his business, and he realized one of the APCs hadn't been properly locked down, and it was still gassed up. Came out of that base with a 30mm cannon blazing away. Our exit was down at the coast, a riverine patrol boat the mercs had on standby. It was some nervous fighting, but we managed to get out. A bit full of holes, sure, but we survived. And that's what counts, eh? Indeed, that's a good story. See, you know where to find me if you need me. So we got another runner to hire on missions if we so choose. She'll cost money, though. Callum. The eldest son of the Kai family appears to be far less inebriated than before, though there's still a drink clutched in his massive hand. He's parting ways with an uncharacteristically awkward elf who palms something as she goes. Evening, Callum Kafai, at your service. Yeah, we met once before. Have we? I suppose one of us didn't make much of an impression. You're certainly making one now. Yeah, here's my impression of a storm drain. Ah, lovely. Well, I'd like to know a little bit more about you, Callum. Me? Why would you want to know about me? I'm nothing. I sling poison to the dredge of Heoi. It's not like I ever wanted anything more than this, right? I can see it on your face. You can properly see it all over mine. What good would an education serve someone like me? Why would I ever consider making something of myself? To go places. Sure, I can fill out a suit like nobody's business, but people see a troll in Armani like they see an organ grinder's monkey. No, this is the place for me. This is where I belong. How many shots does it take to lay out someone your size? I'll let you know if it ever happens. Alright, well, he is a lovely drink of water, isn't he? Let's talk to Boss Lady. Well, not my boss lady, but the boss lady of this place. Hello! Ermine? Or Ermine? Doesn't take a... let's see... Back again? Oh, okay, same thing as before. Back again, I see. Didn't catch your name before. Didn't catch yours either. I'm Sean. Ermine Kafai. Pleased to meet you. We get a lot of passers through. After their business with the Dockmen or the Yellow Lotus, they get escorted here to relax and shop. Then they leave. I'm happy to never know their names, but you're a different story, aren't you? What have you heard? Not much. Yet. So what can I do for you? Oh, we can actually ask some questions to her now. You ever heard of a man named Raymond Black? I seem to recall a blurb on the news, but I didn't pay much attention. Not a name that I know, and if it was a name worth knowing, I'd know it. Well, tell me a bit more about this place. It was your dream to open it, after all. Club 88? We bought it 10 years ago. Before that, my husband crewed ships for Wu Jing. He'd been gone for weeks or sometimes months at a time, and I was sick of it. Raising 2 boys on my own? Troll boys? Pah! We needed something more stable, and I needed a husband at home. So he retired, and we put everything we had saved into this place. The 88 stands for good fortune, and the club has proven worthy of the name. If only some people appreciated that success instead of whining about things that'll never be. Interesting. I'm sure we're going to have a storyline with these trolls before too much longer. So we need to get money back. How about Mr. Bouncer here, Frederick? Frederick! Young troll bouncer manning the doors in the midst of patting down a prospective patron with enough force to dislocate a shoulder or hip, while other shady-looking patrons walk idly past him into the club. He waves the shaken man inside, propelling him forward with a final pat on the back. People don't realize that you gotta check for internal weapons as well as external ones. And you know how to do that? I've got it down to a science. You just need the right technique. Matter of fact, I caught a guy just last week with a phosphorus grenade in his leg compartment. What did you do? Disarmed him, of course. Got it back behind the bar now. I'm going to blow it off in the river, impress some girls. Maybe the entire arm. You looking for a pat down yourself? No, just information. Doubt I can help you much there, but I'll try. You a member of the family that owns this place? We already know this, but... Sure am. Frederick Kafai. Some call me Freddy. Most call me Drek, no, please stop, or something along those lines. I'm also the current record holder for the Club 88 pitch and toss, which is to say, I throw deadbeats harder and farther than anyone else around these parts. High water mark is that piece of tape over yonder. Guy was an orc, too. Hefty, but he simply soared that day. You running any business on the side? Nah, I may take the occasional payment to look the other way or be in the can when a fight breaks out, but I have enough on my plate that I can't really take on much else. Training, you see. I love what I do, but you gotta work hard to stay in peak condition. I've also got some next steps in mind, so I'm working even harder towards that. Big plans. You just wait and see. I also play the drums. Oh. Why are you searching some people and letting others in? Oh, this is a private club. There's 3 kinds of people I let in. Members, guests of members, and people who make a good case. The latter 2 get a really good search before they go in the door, unless they're with Kindly Chang or the Emperor of Japan or something. I don't care if someone has a cyber spur or a holdout pistol or whatever, but we can't have serious weapons on non-members inside. Ma sells some big stuff, but she puts electronic trigger locks on her merchandise until they're out the door, so people don't get dumb ideas. This is a no assassination safe zone. Serious weapons go into the weapons check, unless you're a member. That way, if a big firefight ever breaks out, the members will have the upper hand. Oh, I see. We keep the killings very rare. Most happen when some members get all fried up and decide to settle score with box cutters or something. So I'm a member now? You work for Kindly, as a Shadowrunner no less. That makes you a member. Remember the rules. No fighting, unless you know it comes down to that, or you're ready to skip off the concrete. No killing either. You've got legitimate people business, go do it somewhere else. People come here to have a good time. Got it. Good. Indeed. Alrighty. Well, let's go searching here for any other people we can talk to before we crash out. And then claim our payment. Let's see what Spider Shen has to say. Shen is busily counting out cred sticks as you approach. Shen's hands move quickly, fingers deftly sorting them into small plastic bins. The labels on the bins bear names: Street Arm Lu, Grandfather Woe, Lucky Ping, and Kindly Chang. Shen's eyes flicker up at you for a fraction of a second before returning to the task. One moment, I'll be done shortly. A few last flicks of the wrist see the final cred sticks sorted into their respective bin, with the lion's share going to Kindly and Steel-Armed Lu. There, now what can I do for you? You pay a lot of dues to the Yellow Lotus? Shen shrugs, obviously indifferent to the amount the shop's being taxed. I do, but that's how the system works. I pay Kindly for rent. Steel-Armed Lu gets money because he's my superior. Lucky Ping receives a finder's fee for goods she sends my way, and Grandfather Woe took me in. He gets paid because he's family, and I owe him for getting me off the streets. You join the organization, you have to pay the dues. It's the same as anywhere else, and it beats the hell out of being homeless in Kowloon. Stuffing the boxes away behind the counter, Shen produces a box of assorted needles and inks and begins cataloging them on a battered PDA. You don't mind paying? Not really. Grandfather Woe saved my life by taking me in, you know. Life expectancy for homeless kids in Aberdeen isn't very good. Because of him, I have skills and friends who will pay to make use of them. It's a good life, all things considered. Shen leans back against the stack of cages, causing the snakes within to hiss and snap at the glass. I'm just a Blue Lantern. Oh, Blue Lantern! Woo! A foot soldier. I answer to White Ming, who I studied with on Wudang Mountain. He's the 49er, the made man who runs our crew. I don't pay him because he takes his own cut of what we make. Do we have any... How much new yen do we have? Probably not a whole lot. Oh, we have 458. Alrighty. That is all for now, Shen. Thank you much. I guess all the vendors have something interesting to say. Look at this guy passed out while fishing. Got himself a good haul, though. And Heoi Smuggler, what are you doing near the boat? Two men in dirty synth-leather jackets look up from their conversation at your approach. They both look haggard, their shoulders slump with exhaustion, and neither appears to have shaved this morning. What do you want, man? We're talking here. I'm new in town. Figured it'd pay to make all the connections I can. A grim chuckles rumbles out of him. You chose the wrong day, stranger. We're moving further downstream, and we're doing it today. There's something wrong with this place. Too many bad dreams. Yeah? What sort of bad dreams? The kind that bite. You'll see it too if you stay here long enough. The long hall and the thing in the ivory crown. I've already seen it. He licks his lips, nodding. Lots of people in town dreamt it, or something like it. From the folks I've talked to, there were a bunch of different versions. Some people turned away from the corridor, went down alleys, that kind of thing. I've never even set foot in the walled city before, stranger. So tell me, why the hell am I dreaming about it all of a sudden? I don't even know what the damn thing looks like on the inside. I think that there's something strange going on. Something magical, and the walled city is where it's coming from. He grunts. It's a curse. Nothing else it could be. Everybody knows that place is haunted. A living hell full of evil spirits and poisoned ki. If you're not careful, you'll wind up trapped inside with the rest of the human garbage. His companion cuts in and catch a healthy whiff of alcohol on his breath. This isn't going to happen to us. No way. Only the lowest of the low wind up in the walled city. So like he said, we're going further downstream. As soon as our things are packed, we're out of here. Damn right. This place is a dump anyway. Let's try our luck in Macau. To hell with this place. Well, best of luck then. We could say the same to you. You're staying here in Heoi after all. Of the three of us, you're the one who's most likely to need it. Well, that's disconcerting. Now, let's head this way. Oh, there's more. Holy crap. Tons of new stuff. 3 people, possibly locals, are busily hunched over, avidly discussing something beneath their breath. From the looks of them, they appear to be sailors, rough-hewn clothes stained by salt, leathery skin, and an acute awareness of being on land. You watch their feet shuffle awkwardly on the docks. Their whispers are just within earshot. Nah, I asked Crafty, and she said the same. Them dreams is bad. Think we'll lose them at sea? We're supposed to set out soon to make that delivery. What if they follow us? You see the man shudder. Don't think so. Crafty said these things is just affecting right here for now. The first sailor points to the ground. As soon as we sail, dreams will stop. Hey! The third sailor sees you and taps her friends on the arms. They shoot upright. One examines his fingernails, another coughs loudly and begins to hum, and the last pretends she didn't see you. But when they sense your continued stare, the third speaks up. What are you looking at, Landy? There was a boat here with a merchant selling goods not too long ago. He leave? The three sailors' suspicions turn into smirks. One snickers to herself. Merchant, he says. That crook didn't so much as leave as he was chased off by Kindly. No sales permit. Not a big loss, though. The local shops have way better stuff than that small-time hustler. Why don't you go look around? You'll find the shop owners here are more friendly toward you now that you've gotten the okay from Kindly. That was a mouthful. Thanks for the tip. They all exchange a look, and the first sailor responds. Right. And stay careful around these parts. Well, I overheard you talking about the dreams. I've had them too. You feel an uneasiness pass through the sailors. Seems anyone who comes by these parts is having them. As soon as they leave, the dreams stop. Right eerie it is. Any leads on why they're happening? We don't know much ourselves. We've only just returned from our last delivery, but the dreams ambushed us fast enough. Hey, what about that Crafty? The sailor turns to you. She runs the 5 phases. Smart girl. Might know a thing or two about this blight. You ask her and she may have something more to say. Alright, thank you guys. And the brooding tide of whispers resumes as your back turns to the sailors. Now, I'm just doing the thing that I learned from Ultima, which is talk to everyone, because you never know why it must suddenly present itself. But we're running a little bit long this episode, guys, so next time we'll go ahead and finish talking to everyone in town, and we even got Reliable Matthew's trailer. Cool. Alrighty, well, we will go ahead and explore the rest of Heoi and talk to all the denizens next time. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, go ahead and click like down below, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help, and we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.